The following is a Castwave Studios production.
Cause you want that tasty treat. It's two fat guys eat. Okay, so for those of you who might not know, we run the podcast Two Fat Guys Eat, and what we do is every week we talk about the foods that we love, but probably shouldn't be eating, because cholesterol and all that. But we decided they were nice enough to offer us a panel here this year, and when we asked what's a food that's quintessentially Minnesota, they threw out a couple options, but they were specifically Minneapolis came up with the Juicy Lucy. I was like, that's dirty? Question mark. And
we have to pay extra for that.
So
what's the passcode for that?
Yeah, so we decided we decided to give those a try, and there's obviously Matt's Bar and the 5 and 8. However, we were walking around yesterday and today, and a lot of people who we were asking were like, no, those places are okay. They're nothing special. You need to go to the Nook. That's where the best Juicy Lucy in town is. I was like, okay.
Which we just got back from.
Which we literally just got back from.
As a matter of fact, Ming recommended that to me.
Oh, is he the one who recommended it to you?
He's the one that recommended it.
Yeah, I had a few people recommend it to me as well. So that's why I was... So we went to all three places and to get a firm idea of what a Juicy Lucy tastes like, and we decided we could talk about this, and then if anybody else has any recommendations, we'd love to hear from you guys, because again, we're not local, we're from the middle of the bumblefucks, so it'd just be easier to get everybody else's opinion on where's good, where's bad.
And also, if we're here next time, it's where else we should try out and what else we should try as well.
Yes. So I guess we should start with where we went first, which is Matt's Bar.
Matt's Bar.
And I will say this much, it's like every little hole in the wall bar I've ever been to, and I love the aesthetic. The jukebox is playing classic rock, which is good for me, bad for them. But
what? No, I like classic rock.
Well, I know, but he always makes fun of me for it. But,
oh, okay, that's fine.
But we went there, and obviously super busy. We waited at least
20 minutes,
half an hour, and then the line was out the door by the time we were done.
Yeah.
And
it is a hole in the wall.
But it's great.
It's great.
It's great, though. I will say it's the only place that is cash only, which is that a lot? Does that happen a lot with Minnesota restaurants, or no? Just because this is the first time I've encountered it in traveling, where we live, where we go. This is the first time I've ever had a cash only.
Cash only in 2023. I don't know. It feels like.
I mean, I get it. The credit card
gold
fees
dust for the prospector.
I get it. I mean, the credit card fees are ridiculous.
Oh yeah, I bet they are.
So we order, obviously, and we sit down and we order Juicy. Everyone at the table orders Juicy Lucy. So 3 of us and our cameraman in the back. We then order a plate of fries, and the waitress looks at us and they're like, "Are you sure about that? It's pretty big." And we're like, "No, we're fine. We got this."
Turns out,
even for fat guys like us, it was a bit heavy for us.
It was about this much of fries. Just
it was easily, I'd say, given a given order at McDonald's, you got three individual cartons of fries in one basket.
It was bigger than a supersize, and that should not happen. Especially for one person.
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying.
I was like, "Where's the supersize me guy on this one?" Oh my god. So.
But I mean, we had the Juicy Lucy, and I would say of the two that constantly battle back and forth about who created what between 5-8 and Matt's Bar, I want to say Matt's Bar is the better of the two.
Yeah.
Although, okay, so people agree.
Yes.
Okay, well, here's what I want to say, though. I want to preface this.
Well, real fast, is that the general consensus around the room, though?
That Matt's Bar is better than 5-8? Okay, good. That wasn't just us.
Raise your hand if you like 5-8 better than.
It's not just me.
Okay. Oh no, it's good. So we weren't incorrect in our assessment. I mean, I will say there are elements of 5/8 that I appreciate. Like, for instance, at 5/8, I can use my credit card. At 5/8, I get a choice of the cheese that goes inside my Juicy Lucy. I don't get that at Matt's Bar. But
the quality.
Everybody was telling me, and like, you know, it was funny because I was getting some recommendations from a lot of the people down there. And when we were talking about what to do, every single person said, I don't care if you have, you know, like asbestos mouth or not, or if you've been in the industry, let it cool, because you will get that magma down your mouth. And that's the first time I was like, you know what? More than like 10 people have told me this. I can't believe it. Because normally I'd just be like, you know, and like doing that.
Now, mind you,
cool off,
he did that. The rest of us dinguses were just like, all right, oh God.
But it was a delight. I was like, this is really, really good. And I don't know why more places aren't doing this, because like, it's really good. Like,
I mean, the weird thing was, in my research for this particular episode, I actually found out that a lot of people are like, oh yeah, like both Matt's Bar and 5/8 are not great. Matt's Bar uses frozen beef. You know, I was just like, I didn't have an issue last night. So either we caught them on a day where they were exceptionally on their game, or they just want to be contrary for contrary's sake.
Or it could just be Friday and they're like, let's do this right.
I don't know. Anyway, but yes, we ate it. So we had Matt's Bar. I think we rated it like solidly across the board, like a 9.5 out of 10.
Yeah. I don't think we've gotten a rating though on the 5/8 yet.
Well, I guess since we're here now. Well, I mean, here's the thing. And like I said, the things I appreciate about 5/8 is not only the fact you get to choose the type of cheese that goes inside your burger,
right?
They have a variety of different types. It's not just burger, pickle, go. I mean, they give you different options.
I want to watch that show, by the way. Burger, pickle, go!
I could watch that. Hey, what would it be? Would it be like a burger Sentai?
Yeah. No, it would be more like a Mighty Mouse thing.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm down.
Burger pickle. It's like a little anthropomorphic like pickle that turns.
Well,
into
do you
a giant
remember those
sandwich
McDonald's Happy Meal toys that was like the Big Mac and it transformed into like a dinosaur?
Sure.
Don't tell me it couldn't work. It could totally work.
Somebody trademarked that out there. No.
Yes. Anyway, so we went to 5/8, and I mean, again, small hole in the wall. And I will say this much: nobody at Matt's Bar was saying, "Oh, we did the original Juicy Lucy. Thank you very much." Yeah. I will say, people at 5/8, as soon as we said we went to Matt's Bar, they were like, "Oh, well, we're the original." I'm like, brag much? I mean, and that's the thing. Again, quality-wise, night and day. Matt's Bar is far better. Yeah. And
and it's also just the way, you know, you do one thing and you're good at that one thing. Like that something has to, you know, transcend somebody who does a bunch of things.
You know what it kind of reminds me of?
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just the way that like the restaurants are and how they operate and how they're so vastly different from one another. It feels like Matt's came around, was the older brother, and it's like, I don't need much room. I'm going to do this the one way, and it's going to be whatever. And then along came the younger brother, who was like doing that for a while. I was like, I don't really want to do that. And there were like giant fight happened, and then like 5/8 was just like, I'm going to do it better with more ingredients, and we're going to have more room, and it's like we're going to have photos on the wall and everything. It's going to be awesome. And like it's like older brother's just like, you go do that, man. It's like whatever. That's what it kind of feels like.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Like the jealous younger brother of the two.
Even though I believe 5/8's been around since like the 20s.
Well then, okay, that totally doesn't work then.
We get the I think we understand the analogy though, and you're not wrong. I would say like the I feel like I need to clarify this. We didn't have a bad burger amongst the bunch. Yeah. But when you're all good, like some are infinitely better than others.
I mean, these are titans of the nation.
Yeah. But sure. I would say, Matt's is definitely the better between Matt's and 5/8. However, the last one we went to, the Nook, I mean, that is probably
the fries were
the best of the weekend. Yeah. I mean, honestly, in my opinion, that was the best of the weekend. And again, they get sort of both, like the strengths of both and less of the weaknesses of either. Because again, they let you use a credit card. You don't necessarily get to choose the type of cheese you want, but they have a variety. It's not just the one version and that's it.
Right.
You have an option of doing multiple versions. I mean, again, the quality of beef was infinitely better.
Yeah.
And again, like, I mean, we got grilled onions, pickles. I mean, it had that hit of acidity. It had that savory. It got everything right, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And neither of
should.
them, yeah, and neither. So I'd have to go back and rework that score. I mean, obviously, Nook's going to be like 9.5, 10.
Right.
I'd put Matt's still high up, like maybe at an 8. And I'd put 5.8 maybe at like a 6.5, 7.
A 5.8.
Yeah, I mean, all good. One is just obviously better than the rest.
Okay.
And so, but here's what I want to ask the crowd, because again, this is a new concept to us. I mean, we've heard of it, we've never had it before. Anybody here have another recommendation, something that you guys have had that we might think is better than either of those three? No? Well, this is going to be a lot. Oh, yes. Hell's Kitchen. Gordon Ramsay has a restaurant here?
No, it's just downtown Minneapolis.
It's like, yeah.
Privately owned.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool.
It just happens to have a very similar. I think someone knows to somebody.
It's like a couple blocks. We're gonna go try it later. They got one, right?
I mean, I would probably after this panel go and try that, but
We just
I'm
had.
stuffed to the gills with
Yes.
ground beef, so I literally feel if I eat any more, I'm gonna turn into Mr. Creosote. I'm just
I want a salad.
I so desperately want something else.
I feel like a tranquilized bear.
Oh yeah, no, it's I definitely have the itis, and I don't know how to recover.
Going down.
I just want to crawl into a small hole and die, and just let the meat sweats just drain out of my body. Oh, it's real and it's serious. Gotta take 3 showers.
Oh,
Oh my.
No, but I mean that's the thing, and again, it's when talking about an item that's so tied to a city as the Juicy Lucy is to here. I mean, I'm like, I've seen it at other places. Like I know there are a few restaurants in Maryland that will do that. I know they won't be anywhere near as good,
And
in my opinion.
I
just
doubt
'cause-
that they even go by the same name.
No, probably not. And has anybody ever, because I remember it was as we were walking out of Matt's bar last night, and right before Dante Basco was like, hey, is this place good? We're like, what? Rufio.
what's Rufio? Okay.
Yeah, no,
I was like, it was amazing.
that's no joke. I literally saw him crossing the street. I was like, is that Dante Basco? And he's just like, hey, is this place good? I'm like, yes, very much so. I love you forever. But I didn't want to be awkward, so I was just like, no, but Juicy Lucy
The avatar's
is,
in there.
yeah, it's what Juicy Lucy at Matt's bar is spelled JUCYLUCY. And
Yeah.
Is there an explanation for that?
For the spelling.
Yeah, it's like on somewhere in the restaurant, there's like a little story article about it.
Mm.
They spelled it in a hurry and they misspelled it and then they just kept it.
Because why not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we already spelled it once that way.
Yeah, and I also another like seemingly catty thing that 5.8 does is like, oh, we've got the correctly spelled Juicy Lucy. I'm like, come on now. With quality like yours, I don't think you got any right throwing shade.
I think the roast program must have done by they club because they put the I in Juicy Lucy on the program.
Well, that might have been on me because I didn't know at the time when I originally submitted the panel idea that there was a difference in the spelling and B, well, A really.
Well, now we know, and like we're more educated.
And knowing's half the battle.
G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe.
Which Lucy is the juiciest, do you think?
Which Lucy is the juiciest? Okay, so I'd probably say that of the 3, even though I would say the Nook was the better tasting of them, I'd say Matt's Bar was probably the closest approximation to the outright description and, taste, mouthfeel, all that.
Yeah.
Of a quintessential Juicy Lucy.
I agree.
So If you're asking me which is the best, it's definitely the Nook. If you're asking me which comes closest to the definition of a Juicy Lucy, I would say it's going to be Matt's Bar.
Cool.
Yeah. I mean, I would completely agree. It's like, I think Matt's had the more like, I don't know. I definitely had more like stuff dripping down onto my plate there than anywhere else.
Yeah, it turns out meat juice really amps up fry flavor.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I like, it was almost like a little poutine kind of sort of after that, I guess.
Oh, I wish.
If we just had some like cheese curds or something.
But, well, we're in the right place for it.
What did you think, Sean?
For I'm thinking Matt's by far.
Yeah.
Which that one, I think they give you a lot of fries, so you can put the fries underneath.
So you can catch and you can get it as a little slurry to go on your fries instead of just having to stick to ketchup.
Yeah.
Additional flavoring. Okay, so let me ask you this. So we've talked about what makes a Juicy Lucy, what is the best of the existing restaurants. But if you personally wanted to say make one at home, how would you do it and how would you make it better?
Yeah.
I'll start with you, the professional.
I'm not. No, I'm not.
Come on, Leon.
I don't know. I saw like Pepper Jack was in one at the what was it, the Nook, and I was like, well, that would be cool. And I got a question. Is it like verboten? It's like the cheese has to be in a burger, or else it's not a Juicy Lucy anymore. If you put anything on top
Yes,
of
it has to be in the center. It's a stuffed.
Okay, just making sure of that because
Yes.
I don't want to offend anybody in here. Like, because like I don't want to recommend that, especially if it's like.
We're only certain of so many rules.
Yeah.
But that is the big one, Brian.
I would say definitely like I'd love to put like a pepper jack in there, and I don't know. I think kind of like a little bit like a chipotle kind of like sauce in there as well, just to kind of give it like a because I'm from Colorado and I like more southwestern style foods, and like I think if I were to try and like be like, hey, I would never try and disparage the name of the burger or anything like that, but like I would try and do something a little more with a kick.
Someone with a Southwest kick to it.
Yeah.
Okay. But still adapting to the spirit of it.
Well, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Sean?
Obviously, you wanna go with American in terms of the cheese, because that has the best melt ratio out of all the cheeses.
Yeah.
And then for beef, probably go with the 30, 30, and 30 for ribeye, brisket, and I guess we'll throw in some others like a short rib, and then
you're going into the blend too. Okay.
It matters.
I know it matters. I'm just saying I didn't think you'd have this ready.
Coarse grind, and then stuff it, and there you go, and grill it up.
You would just stick straight to the formula. You just try and mess around with the blend.
Yeah.
Would you still you'd stick with strictly American? You wouldn't go anything else?
At that point, because you want the ingredients to stand out themselves and you don't want anything to like be too loud, then I would say American. That's or whatever cheese that they use at Matt's.
They use cheddar.
They use cheddar?
Yes.
Okay, I'll go with this cheddar then.
Okay. Now I'm thinking more of just like the overall, like I'm not thinking of like the grind, of course. I'm not thinking of the like, ooh, what blend of meat should I use? Because
I mean, ground beef will work.
It's fine.
Ground beef is ground beef.
I think the one example of this I can think of is there's this one burger I've always wanted to try to make, but again, I'm a garbage cook, so I'd probably just give the setup to you guys and have one of you do it. But it would be I would say probably take like a low moisture mozzarella, and then I'd basically try
like some whole milk.
Yeah, but like not like fresh mozzarella, because again, that'll contribute to the juiciness
you can
factor.
have whole milk, but it doesn't have to be. Like fresh
but low moisture. Yeah, so low.
So the stuff that they
moisture,
use in like on pizzas.
Yeah, but not the stuff they sell in stores because you don't want the conditioners and the chemical.
No,
additives
and
that'll-
the potato starch they put in.
Yeah. So I would get like a wad of that, use that as my core, and then grill it up,
Okay.
and then maybe put some garlic butter. Essentially, I'm making a pizza burger, but with just a gooey mozzarella core. I think
Oh, what bun would you use? Because I'm thinking brioche,
yeah, I would.
but like grilled butter set down.
Yeah, I would probably do that, and I would do a garlic butter sort of situation.
I'd probably keep the same kind of bun, like just to keep it simple, because like that's kind of what I like about it. I like that it's such a simple thing, but it's like done so well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There's just something really nice about that, and especially like sitting like at Matt's and like it was just like simple. It was like comfort food, and like I feel like that's like what I really like about it, and like that's why I'm like, yeah, if I come here again, I'm absolutely getting another one, because it feels like comfort.
I felt so bad because I got because I got the Juicy Lucy and a grilled cheese and a basket of fries. And even after all of that, I was like, man, I could have just gotten rid of the fries, and I probably could have had another Juicy Lucy, and that would have been great. So I mean, it's a great product. I'm just like, why don't I see this more often? And why aren't like bigger restaurants taking this on?
Well,
I mean, I kind of know why, but
I don't know. It feels like there's so many different things in so many different parts of like just even like the country, and it's here where that idea has been able to flourish, and I think that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And like I love that it makes this place like that much more unique. I think it's really cool. I think what other places, I don't know, do you think like it would kind of lose what makes it special if it were like everywhere all of a sudden, it was like popping up and like I can't imagine like, oh, a TGI Friday. It's like, no, that doesn't.
No, I mean, no, it would definitely fail in that context because it's. I mean, they'll screw it up. I mean, they screw up basic stuff.
Like it's TGI Fridays.
Yeah.
Put it in the microwave, press a button, you're done. It's like, ugh.
Okay, so I think we've thoroughly narrowed down like what's the best.
Yeah,
we want to turn it now to the audience because again, we want to try and experience as much of Minneapolis while we can. So does anybody else have recommendations for places in town that we would enjoy? It doesn't necessarily have to strictly be a burger joint. It can be anything. Yes.
Al's Breakfast.
Al's Breakfast. All right, what's great about Al's Breakfast? Enlighten us.
It's just a basic, it's literally kind of like Matt's. It's like a hole in the wall, except for that there's a row of seats, and maybe like 8 or 9 of them, and those are the only seats in the joint because it's like such a narrow place, and people that have to wait for like their seats just line up against the wall. You watch the cooks grill, and they also have a system where behind them they have like little folders with people's names on them. So when they come back, they can use the money that they put in those little folders to pay for their food. So if they don't like have the money on them there, go to an ATM because the nearest ATM is a little bit ways, or I don't even remember if they take a card.
So this is another example of a possible cash only situation. I mean, again, that's not necessarily a deal breaker for us. It's just we just happened to notice that was just like the one thing. Again, they have an ATM, so it's not.
And most of the time, it ends up being a cheaper place if it's cash only.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing there?
I definitely like the pancakes because it's not like your basic size. They go like boom, piece big. They give you like maybe 2 or 3. You can drown that thing in any type of syrup, and it's like they do give you a side, but it's like, I don't know if I can eat the side also with these gigantic they give you.
All right, Al's Breakfast.
Al's
cash
Breakfast.
only.
Got it on the list?
Oh, it's on the list.
It's on the list. Okay. Anyone else? Yes.
Us five, we just went to a place that's like Mother Clucker's Pizza.
Mother Clucker's Pizza.
That is the best name I have.
I'm already
heard all
loving the
weekend.
name. Okay, so all right. So what's good about Mother Clucker's Pizza?
So it's a pretty small menu, but it was mainly fried chicken and pizzas.
I mean, already on board.
2 of my favorite foods already.
Yeah.
That's great.
We walked in, we went to the bar portion, and there's these 2 guys talking to the bartender. And the other guy that was talking to the bartender just looked like, "You guys been here before?" "No." "Okay, you're getting the fried chicken. Best fried chicken I've ever had."
I love the assertiveness.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a pretty bold statement.
Sit down. You're getting some fried chicken.
Okay. Yes, Daddy.
But it was really good fried chicken.
Yeah.
Really, it came spicy original, it was crispy, it was juicy, it was well seasoned. choice aside, like onion rings, French fries, potatoes, broccoli, mac and cheese.
Mhm.
Really good fried chicken.
Okay, nice.
I
All right,
love.
Was it fried chicken across the board for everybody, or?
Yeah.
All right. So would you go back for the pizza, or would you strictly only stick to the fried chicken?
I'm all black fried pizza.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
Do they do like fried chicken on pizza at all? Like, do they have like kind of like silly thing?
All right.
Hey, you know what?
I see
You say a silly thing. It's I would murder a fried chicken pizza.
Oh, so would I.
It's
That's what.
two concepts married together.
Totally.
How can you get it wrong?
I love the idea, by the way, that like the guy that was sitting you down and told you you're having fried chicken, it's like he's like an assertive omakase or something. Like it's like this is all gonna be curated. I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna like, and you're gonna freaking like it. It's like yes, sir.
I'm going to sit you down lovingly and feed you this fried chicken, and I want you to understand it's for your own good. So, of course, okay, so that sounds amazing, and now I even though we are stuffed to the gills with meat, I want to go eat fried chicken now. What is wrong with me? Anyway, no.
Peer pressure.
Yeah, I know, right? No, so okay, so Mother Cluckers. Mother Cluckers?
Yeah, it's already in.
Mother Cluckers. All right, good. You got it
Yeah,
on the list.
I'm on
All right,
top.
sweet. Anyone else? And it could be anything. I don't want you to think it's just got to be like a sit-down food place. It could be a bar that does fairly decent food.
Yeah.
It could be an ice cream joint. It could be anything.
It could be a dessert number.
Yeah, I don't necessarily have to keep stuffing myself with meat and cheese all the time.
Yeah.
Although that's probably how the trajectory of my life is going at this point. I don't think there's much I can do to change it, but
it's gonna be really weird if like like we all decide like we're doing the show because we've been doing the show for a while now, and it's like all of a sudden it's like, oh no, those were the diet years. And it's like they got really into kale, and they got really into juicing stuff too. It got weird for a bit, but then they got back to their roots. Clogging their arteries.
I mean, I think I would rather
That's
have.
what it's all about.
I was gonna say, I think I would honestly.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna say that. I already knew where I was going with
We'll
that. I
save
was
it for a
like,
show.
No, but I would say.
On today's show, we talk about which quinoa is the best. It's like, no.
What was this, National Public Radio?
You're listening to NPR.
All kale considered.
Nope. I can literally. I would rather pluck out my eardrums. Oy. So we want to thank you all for coming to this panel. Honestly, we enjoy doing shows like this with crowds because we get great recommendations from locals like yourselves. We get to talk about things that we love in a city we've never been to before. This is our first time in Minneapolis. So, I mean, people have been amazing. And again, we have not had a single bad meal yet.
Everybody's been so nice. Everyone. And it's been like crazy because we're so used to not that.
Yeah. When you live in the DC metropolitan area, it's not pleasant.
People can be rude, and that's not the way here. And I like it. Kind of reminds me of like back home.
Yeah,
I like it.
You mean Denver back home?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Okay. But we again want to thank everybody for being here and taking part in this. And as we say at the end of every episode, don't stop eating when you're full. Stop eating when you hate yourself. Thank you very much. We really, unless anybody has any other food-related things they want to talk about, we still technically have another half hour to kill. But if you're going to the clerks panel to see Kevin Smith, I believe that starts promptly at 6. So, I mean, again, we technically are allowed to be in this room for another half hour. If you guys want to talk about anything else, we're down.
Yeah.
Yes.
What are you guys told about hot dish?
So hot dish was mentioned, but the problem was we were told we are not allowed to bring food into the convention center. Originally, the idea was going to be, we're going to get these Juicy Lucy's and we're going to try them right here in front of you. Now, again, in practice, that's probably an awful idea because
Live mukbang?
just like slurping and just like it's visceral. No one wants that, especially in an audio format.
well, also this isn't a mukbang channel. We're not some like basic chick like. ramen.
I mean,
you know,
that's a lie. We would totally do that if people asked us to. We're whores.
And
Hey, we're self-aware. We get it.
Mhm.
No, but here's the thing. We wanted to do this live in front of you guys, and Hot Dish was one of the first things I saw, and I pitched the idea, and they were just like, "You can't bring food into the convention center." It's like, oh well, okay, fine, but okay, so hot. I mean, can I? Is it just like yeah?
So I think he's referring to tater tot hot dish specifically. It's you cook up some ground beef.
Yeah.
You mix it with cream of mushroom and some peas and corn,
Mhm.
and then you top it. You cover the whole thing in tater tots, and you cook it until it's crispy, and then you cover the whole thing in cheese.
Yeah, obviously, great. All things we love. All things we love. Okay, but as I understand it, there are multiple different varieties, and it's not just. But yours specifically is the tater tot hot dish. Okay, I mean, does anybody else have a favorite hot dish? Anyone? No, just you. I appreciate it though. No, I would honestly love to come back and just be like, who's got the best? Who's got the best? I don't know how we would quantify that because I don't know if are there restaurants around here that specifically do.
Not that I'm aware of.
All right, interesting. Now, I want to ask everybody here in the room, just because I'm curious and because I love pizza, and no matter where I go, I love to see what like the pizza scene is. Like around here, I got a question. Like, what's your favorite pizza place around here and why? Pizza Luce.
Now, why are they the best, or in your opinion at least?
Go for it.
I don't think they're the best, but you think they're the best. I have ever used like tobacco. Like
I mean,
prefer.
it depends. If you wanted some funky pizza, like they have a mashed potato.
I'm sorry, what?
You had my attention now. You had my interest. Now you have my attention.
have me at potatoes.
Literally, it's like mashed potatoes, and they give you sour cream, and it's like a twice baked potato.
Oh, I love it.
Wow.
And I personally, I love their fall one, which is a butternut squash pizza.
Ooh,
Oh my God.
Like they have, if you want like a typical
A pumpkin spice
dish
pizza?
or sausage and pepperoni, they're not that place.
right.
Okay.
No, if you want to experiment, they're the place to go.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, I get that. I would.
You have that on the list, right?
Yeah,
I'm on the website.
Yes.
I do think their traditional pizza's good too. But
Yeah.
Awesome.
you want to go for the bomb.
Me in the Twin Cities, I would go to over like St. Paul side.
Wait, what was it?
Nino's.
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 They're good.
What's good about Nino's?
And then rectangle pizza.
Yeah.
That
Nice.
that's more like a deep dish.
Rectangle.
Yeah. Now, Minneapolis, to my understanding, doesn't have like a specific type of pizza like a New York or a Detroit or other places have weird ones. I was just wondering if like Minneapolis had like its own individual take or individual type of pizza that's popular here, or is it just you go with the New York and then just go at it?
Chicago
Is
style?
it Chicago style?
I'm getting some yays and some nays as well.
I guess it would depend on the restaurant you go to, you frequent.
Yeah, but everybody else. Like rectangle is like more of a Detroit style.
Yeah.
Like, and I can't think of anything that's actually just like Minnesota's own pizza. You just have Juicy Lucy.
And you know what? And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that, I think. I think it's like, okay, cool. Like,
What was it? I think the Nook did like mini Juicy Lucy's. I could imagine those on a pizza.
Oh yeah.
Was that?
Oh, like less than stuff, very like Scandinavian food.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
I'd love to try some of that.
Now see, maybe we could get them to let us do that next year. Like
Yeah.
we'll do it live on stage.
Yeah.
Everyone can see our horrified reactions, like, "Oh dear Lord!" Because if anyone loves it, if you love anything, it's Schadenfreude. Was that?
There's like a fictional controversial like food that was made up for Minnesota. So it was on like CBS Evening News around Thanksgiving time, and some reporter, unknown reporter, went around and like, what is the specialty Thanksgiving side or something for each state?
Mhm.
And when they got to Minnesota, I was watching it, and they said grape salad for Minnesota. And I could not believe my ears when they said that, because when they showed a picture of it, I'm like, what the hell is this? I've never heard of it. And the next night, they corrected themselves and saying, we are sorry to Minnesota for saying that was like a specialty side for Thanksgiving, because apparently, I guess social media blew them up and stuff. And Minnesotans were like, no, we've never even heard of this. What are you guys smoking? What are you talking about?
Somebody had to be smoking something with grape salad.
It sounds like something out of Oregon, doesn't it?
I'm suddenly like now I'm hearing the Wiggles singing fruit salad in the back of my mind.
Grape salad.
Yes, we have this grape salad. Would you like to try it?
It wasn't like locally used. It was like national news.
Yeah, which kind of makes it all the more disconcerting because you think they'd be researching way more considering it's all 50 states.
Dear the United States, we have received your angry emails. We are going to correct this at once. You know,
I mean, that could be another word for like a fib.
you can put away
something
the
made up.
pitchforks. You know,
I mean, honestly, now
Like that thing's fake. It's not real life. It's grape salad.
right, but see now I'm hearing it.
oh
No,
Now
no, not you two.
I kind of want to look it up, and I kind of want
we
to see.
lost Colin.
Okay.
You haven't lost anything. I'm not saying I'm going to go out and start shilling my own version of grape salad on the streets.
Anakin,
I'm
turn to
just-
the dark side.
I'm just saying, maybe I can whip up a batch and try it if there's a recipe. I don't know.
You just hold up some green grapes and start smirking.
Just that's what it is. It's
A
just a,
maniacal laugh.
it's just a handful of grapes, a bottle of mayonnaise. Punch myself in the mouth. Grape salad.
What the hell just happened?
Sour cream. Thank you very much.
Okay. Now, okay, see, that's problematic because I'm from Buffalo, so that's you say blue cheese. I'm like, well, that's right up my alley. Oh, I would.
I just Googled it.
Oh my God, it's real. That sounds like something that was done in like the 20s. And just some random Campbell's
How about I
soup
get
guy
yourself
that
some
just like
grape salad.
mix grapes with
Mixed cream cheese, sour cream, sugar, and vanilla, and then I chill grapes with brown sugar and walnuts. That's it.
And then put it in a Jello mold and forget about it.
See, okay.
Don't forget your extra ingredient.
I hear
regret.
okay, but here's the thing. I hear those
Chop some hot
ingredients,
dogs
and I'm
up and
like,
put it in there. Why don't you? It's like, what
I mean,
is
they
this?
did that kind of stuff in the 20s. We can't say they didn't. But I'm looking at it. It does not look appetizing at all. But
Well, no,
I'm
you know what
hearing
it
those
reminds me of?
ingredients.
It reminds me of like it's like anytime you like go to like a potluck or something, someone always brings like that bowl of like it's like Jello with like raisins and whatever. You know what I mean? It's like
yeah,
marshmallow
I'm just like,
salad
I'm
or
emptying
something.
out my pantry. What can I pawn off on these suckers? That's pretty much it.
Like
when
the way,
any-
the
yeah,
way
when anybody
fruitcake
does
was
it,
made.
Yeah, it's pretty much here's everything in the kitchen sink. Christmas.
Not heard of Midwest South.
I mean,
I might have heard the words in passing. I don't know specifics.
Midwest salad.
And you're giggling, which means I should know
They're
some.
the most non-salad salad.
Right.
Like it's grape salad. There's Snickers salad. There's
oh my God.
But what now? Snickers salad.
It's kind of the same thing as a grape salad.
Yeah.
It's with whipped cream, cheese, apples, and chopped up Snickers.
Yeah.
That sounds
It
fine.
kind of just like a normal apple.
That sounds really good.
I mean, I literally feel my blood sugar spiking. Just from hearing those words.
Diabetes.
I mean, it's
Liberty Medicare.
testing supplies. No, but
That sounds incredible. That
I
really does.
I
Sounds
would
really
Snickers salad. I'd eat Snickers salad. And again, nothing in grape salad is making me like. I would honestly.
I mean,
I'd probably
I would try it.
I would legit shoot a
Yeah,
video
I
of
would
me
try
just
it.
eating an entire bowl of grape salad just for the hell of it.
Can we do an
Okay,
episode?
Andy Warhol.
Yes.
Well, we'll do an episode called Salads but Not Salads.
Salads, but not salads. That's what we'll do. The follow-up episode to this episode, we're gonna look up a bunch of Midwestern salad recipes,
And we want your recommendations.
and we're gonna
We've already got some
yeah, no.
fantastic
I'll
ones
tell you
from
what, you guys, if you guys are following this episode once it goes live, if you guys want to send us recommendations, any version of Midwestern salad, we'll make it, we'll eat it, and we'll post the episode so you can hear our reactions to. Which I'm like, I hear Snickers salad, I'm excited, but I'm also sure that from a region that's giving us lutefisk and other things, I'm like, it could go either way.
We could come up with some good things in there.
Yeah, sure. I mean, like for instance, I'll eat grape salad.
I will try it at least once.
Yeah,
twice if it's good.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I can already feel my stomach start to say, "Get the antacids quickly."
Man, A1C is gonna skyrocket.
It's no joke, but yes, probably. Probably. I mean, no worse than the burgers and fries we've eaten from 3 different restaurants, all within the span of maybe 18 hours.
Yay!
It's yay, metformin. Sorry.
Something about classic website. Have you heard of this?
We were they literally mentioned that. I was just like, I swear to God, if there's a Midwest salad with lutefisk, I'm gonna be sad. But I'll do it.
It's fermented what again? It's
like a cod.
okay.
If you eat it, you need to eat it with butter.
Yeah, it's served with a lot of butter sauce.
Okay.
Is that just to neutralize the obviously fishy taste?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. I just found out like a year ago that I'm part Norwegian, so hell yes, I would love to do that. Try and have some kind of.
You
thing
think
with,
your ancestry is going to provide you some form of protection?
Why wouldn't it? Have you not played God of War?
Do you know what lutefisk is?
No.
Okay, so lutefisk is soaked in lye, which is a very toxic thing unless you soak it for the correct amount of time. So if you don't do it right, you can.
I'm pulling back with a little bit more caution now.
Yes.
But Brian, what of your ancestry?
Let's screw my ancestry.
23andMe is not going to prepare you for this.
And then you try pasta, which is like a flatbread. Like it's kind of like a very, very thin tortilla.
Right?
With like butter and brown sugar.
I mean, that sounds delightful.
That sounds great.
Yeah, it sounds great.
Oh, I do love it. I do love a good crepe.
You always mess up the first one when you're making them.
That's Norwegian. I mean, that'll save the.
I guess that'll get you off the hook, Brian.
Oh, fantastic. I'll have to try that. Thank you.
That'll be the salt over your.
Yeah, sure. We're gonna have to look this up now. Lutefisk salad.
Oh,
You think I'm joking? I'll do
It'll
it.
happen. It'll happen.
I'll do it, and I'll be sad about it while I'm doing it. I'm just gonna sit there eating just a bowl of weird liquid, just be like, why am I like this? But I'll do it because views, I guess. I just need validation from the internet, and it's not good.
It'll be okay.
Do it for the content.
Yes.
Do it for the content.
Do it for the vine. Not gonna do it. Do it for the vine. Not gonna do it.
Not gonna do.
Have you heard of Alaskan ice cream?
No.
Yes.
I've heard of
You
baked
have.
Alaska.
I've heard. Yeah. Well, okay, fine. I've heard of that. What is?
It's 3 ingredients. It's whatever berries you have, usually like blueberries or strawberry raspberries,
All right.
sugar, and wine.
Ah. Everything a
All
growing
right.
person needs.
I'm down.
I mean, one of those sounds pretty healthy.
Brian,
Blueberries.
we're on a show called Two Fat Guys Eat, and you're worried about health? What happened to you?
So like, how does that work? It's like you work it into the lard and you eat the lard, or
Basically, take,
Throw it all in a bag and just like.
sorry.
Sorry, continue.
basically take like a cup of lard, you mix it with some sugar and some berries, and chill it, and you put it in the fridge.
I remember making really bad ice cream in elementary school, and it was just like we threw a bunch of ingredients in a bag, stuck them in the fridge for a couple hours,
Yeah.
and it's like, ooh, ice cream, I guess.
I mean,
Can I just have $1 to get the Briars, please?
That's really I'm curious how that kind of came about. Like, was that kind of just like we got these ingredients?
Inuits?
I don't know. I don't know. That's cool though. Is that something you grew up with?
Yeah, any good? I mean, it's lard, so. Well, you know, texture does a lot for a dish.
My cousin lives in Alaska and he swears by it.
Yeah. Well, that in Alaska, right? I'm sorry. Wow. Okay, so Alaskan ice cream. That definitely makes sense for that to be something that would come out of Alaska.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Does a body good, apparently.
Yeah. I don't know.
So they just sub out the lard for the dairy product, the milk and butter, etc.
I imagine milk's kind of, well, at least in the past, milk was kind of hard to come by up there.
Yes, I'm pretty sure you're not going to be able to, snap a milk icicle off of a cow's teat. I'm pretty sure that's not going to be acceptable in that circumstance.
Yeah.
And on that note,
hey, look at that. We managed to squeeze a whole 15 more minutes out of it. Well, again, thank you very much for coming to our panel. And we appreciate everyone being here and giving us your suggestions for things to try and punish ourselves with. But we'll be around the convention. We'll be around the convention for the rest of this evening. We're actually heading back to Maryland tomorrow. But if you're interested in sending us ideas for future episodes, we're always open to anything. Oh, yes.
I got a question.
Sure.
I missed the Juicy Lucy part.
Yes.
So where did you guys get your Juicy Lucy from?
We went to Matt's Bar, 5-8, and the Nook.
and the Nook.
And we rated it basically, it's the Nook is number 1, Matt's Bar is number 2, and then 5-8 is number 3. None of them are bad, but the Nook is the best tasting burger overall. And Matt's Bar is probably the
Juiciest.
closest approximation to a Juicy Lucy straight up and down. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So of the two, between Matt's Bar and 5-8, it's Matt's Bar 100%.
I think I was the happiest to go into Matt's Bar.
Yeah, again, it was a hole in the wall. The aesthetic was something that I'm into in my 30s. Like, if I was a kid, I'd be miserably screaming my head off. But luckily, I'm in my late 30s and I don't care anymore.
On the off chance, and like I'm not going to go into the description, but on the very off chance that y'all are like in Frederick, Maryland, there's a place that we have that it's kind of like
similar size.
Only we like this. I like this better than the place I'm going to tell you about, but like there's this place called Wags in Frederick. It's kind of the same setup, and yeah, but like this.
Well, it's in the basement.
Yeah, and this has
Similar square footage though. It's
better-
not much room to work with, but they make it work.
Yeah, it's very similar, but like yeah, I definitely enjoyed like the Juicy Lucy. Like it was unique, and I really loved it.
Oh yeah, no, I've had 4 at this point, and I'm like, I've had 4 in less than a day and a half, and I'm already like.
Well, I got another one for you guys. You guys may go to Blue Door Pub. They got
Blue Door Pub.
They have Juicy Lucy.
All right.
Pretty solid.
Anything that jumps out at you about Blue Door?
They got they go crazy with their juice. Like there's many things in the actual burger, like cheese and different types of cheeses, and then they have like a little more funky.
Okay, so they got a little more variety in what you can get.
I dig it.
Right, which again, that was my only thing. I mean, aside from them being cash only, but that was my only other thing. Yeah, exactly, and that's the thing. It's great. The aesthetic is great. The food is great. And I was just like, the only thing that made it like that I liked about other places was A, I could use my credit card, and B, I had my choice of options and not just the one. And if that's the only nitpick of an otherwise stellar dining experience, that says a lot. Yeah, exactly. So I'm reaching for complaints on them. Yeah. But yes, so Blue Door, add Blue Door to the list.
All right.
There's one in MSG at the airport.
There is.
Hell yes.
Guess where we're gonna be tomorrow?
One more round. One more round before
One for the road. One for the road.
God. I'm gonna be in the bathroom just like, it's gonna be like fire hose sweat of meat sweat. Just,
All right, so welcome on board. Here's how to insert your seatbelt. I can't get it. Oh God.
I mean, I'll get the belt on and then it'll just be like, sir, do you need a towel? Like, are you having a stroke? What's wrong?
The air thing's right here.
That thing barely worked on our
Give me a
flight
little
up.
bit of air.
Dude, that's like someone's
Yeah.
breath. Like,
Just give me a little whisper of air. Ugh.
I was gonna say what's kind of cool about Matt's is that like they made a urinal out of a keg.
Oh my god, that was
dude, that was
great.
the best.
It obviously has nothing to do with how the food tastes, but that was pretty fucking rad.
Yeah. I mean, that was the thing. I think it's just they know what they are. And like you said, Sean, it's just they do one thing, they do it incredibly well. And it's just like, why bother? What else do you need?
I mean, the menu, like anyone can memorize it.
Yeah.
It's very,
I'm
very
intrigued
simple.
by mood over though. Thank you.
Yes.
I already,
Yeah, thank you.
I wrote down.
Is that
No,
good?
hey, I'm down. So
Yeah, at least for me, and I like food.
yeah.
Tater tots are fire too. Just tater
I love,
Now,
a
see,
good, I love a good
I
top.
love a good tater tot.
All right.
That's awesome.
So that's it.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
But-
So if you all want to follow us, we're on Twitter.
Oh, we're on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. What else?
Yeah.
Too much stuff.
Instagram.
Instagram and yeah,
And it's all
at Castwave Studios. And this episode will probably be released this upcoming Wednesday. At least the audio version. Well, the video might take a little bit longer, but
Yeah, because we got a ton of pictures.
I'm sorry. Our studio is Castwave Studios. So at Castwave Studios. If you want, you can just swing by us and we'll show you it if you want to just take it down.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks everyone for being here. And again, don't stop eating when you're full. Stop eating when you hate yourself.
Two Fat Guys Eat is a Castwave Studios production. For other shows and more, please visit castwavestudios.com.